Member.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Good afternoon, honorable members. Honorable Minister, indeed, Honorable Minister, it cannot be that 30 years of political freedom, and specifically 28 years of our world-renowned constitution, that our children should still be falling into or dying in the pit toilets at the premises of government schools, subjected to indignity of the worst order. What measures have been put in place for the total eradication of pit toilets at our schools, and what time frames have been put in place in this regard? Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Member. Honourable Minister.
Thank you very much, Chair, and thank you to the member. As I indicated, there are two sets of numbers that we need to look at. There was the initial audit that was done, which gave us just over 4,000 pit toilets, and the deadline that we have for that. And I will be honest with members to say we have not moved at the pace that we have meant to have moved. When that first tally was done several years ago of over 4,000 pit toilets, there has been massive delays, and I've made it clear to my colleagues in the provinces that we can't delay this any further, because we can't keep justifying how it is that children are not safe in schools. And so the initial number was just over 4,000 pit toilets, and the timeline for that, as you ask, is by practical completion by the 31st of March 2025, which is the end of the financial year. But as I indicated earlier, it is my wish, honourable member, that one, because of the often the unreliability of data, I would like to find a situation or to find a mechanism under which we can either do reporting by the schools and the community where they do find pit toilets or inappropriate infrastructure, or conduct an independent audit once this backlog is done. That's why I'm saying that there are two separate numbers. The first one is the 4,000 I'm talking about, and where we are there, we've just got just over 200 pit toilets that are left on the backlog. And this is an important distinction. The reason why it's important is because I don't want to come here in April 2025 and then you say, oh, but I found a pit toilet, but you said they were eradicated. The 4,000 is the backlog. What I would like to do, in addition to once the backlog has been eradicated, is to do a fresh independent audit so that we can know in real time how many of these inappropriate structures are still there and how do we respond as quickly as possible to removing them. Because we know that often, sometimes you will build toilets in a school, and if there's no proper maintenance of those toilets, then people revert back to having pit toilets, and that's where the issue can come. So even once we've cleared the backlog, provinces must make sure that once toilets have been replaced, that they are maintained. Otherwise, then it really defeats the purpose, because then people out of desperation will revert back to having pit toilets because there isn't maintenance being done either on the flushing toilets or on the waterless toilet solutions that they get. So it's a multi-pronged approach, and while it's difficult, it has to be done, honourable member. I agree with you. It's one of those things that we have no choice, but we have to make sure that we keep our children safe. Schools are meant to be places of safety, of learning, and ultimately the issue of appropriate sanitation is not just about being able to use a toilet. It's also about dignity, not only just dignity for the learners, but dignity for the educators. It is not fair to expect educators and learners to go to a school where there isn't appropriate infrastructure and there isn't appropriate sanitation. And so, as I said, it is my singular, it's one of the things that I'm absolutely committed to making sure that we get right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.